Network Entertainment.
Hello guys! Kumusta kayo? As you can see, there's gonna be some changes around here, pare. Kasi wala si Red ngayon. Kasi nagka-accident siya habang nagluluto siya ng pagkain. Sumabog yung LPG tank niya tapos meron na siyang third-degree burns sa kanyang mouth, face, and asshole. So, alam mo yan? Yes. Kailangan na niya ng coin to decide things. So guys, it's just gonna be me. And sa lahat na nagsasabi, si Andren. Show na lang ni Andren to. Magsisisi kayo, dude. Magsisisi kayo and dito nyo makikita kung gaano ka-importante yung trabaho ni Red. Pero let's not talk about Red kasi nandito tayo sa Bago Matulog with Andren Bernardo. Yes. And I'm gonna be reading some of your fan mail questions. Yung mga questions that rile you up. Takin na sobrang pangit nun. Pero I'm gonna try my best after this new unnecessary OBB. Woo! Grabe yun. Grabe yung new unnecessary OBB na yan. Sobrang bangas. Yeah. I have to get used to, by the way, talking alone at wala si Red. Baka gawa ko na lang ng Red voice. Andren, hindi mo naman kaya mag-isa. Sige, yan na lang yung Red voice na gagamit niyo. Please don't skip this episode dahil wala si Red. It's gonna be a fun one. I'll be answering some of your questions like this from Juego Criador. Parang imbento yung name mo, sir. Criador, why don't you make a happy door? No. Oh, no, Andren. You're blowing it, Andren. Tangina. Ito na nga yung moment mo eh. Tapos, gagawin mo yung joke na yan. Anyways, from Juego Criador, how do you feel about people who spoil movies or anime? Lalo na mga manga readers when they spoil anime only weebs on social media. Alam mo, men, ang pananaw ko dyan sa spoilers na yan, like, wala akong pakialam eh kung mas-spoil man ako hindi. Like, in the end, kung nagpapa-apekto ka sa mga nagsuspoil, mas lalo lang sila lumalakas eh. Naalala ko dati ito ata yung lumabas yung Avengers Endgame. Tapos may kaibigan ako, definitely not Red kasi hindi kami friends. Like, dinilit ko muna yung Twitter ko. Ayoko kasi makakita ng spoilers online. Fucking grow up, pare. Tangina. I'm sure na matatalo si Thanos. Tangina. Ayoko kasi makita yung mga cameos. Dude, relax. It's a movie. Tangina. Kahit gaano man kaganda yan. Dude, hanggang saan aabot yung spoiler obsession mo, dude? Like, ayoko mag-gender reveal. Kasi ayoko makita yung gender ng babae. Ay, ng baby. Spoiler. Nakakata sana yun eh, kung hindi ko finock up yung line, pero kailangan dito sa, dude, baby. Anyway, that's how I feel about spoilers, guys. Don't let it affect you kung may nagsuspoil sa inyo, dude. Kasi mas lalo lang sila lumalakas. Next question, LJ Fuentabella. Sir Andren, ano yung top 3 metalcore bands nyo? So metalcore, meron akong gustong bago ngayon, a newer one. It's called Make Them Suffer. Alam mo may release sila nung 2018 eh, pero like, ang ganda ng bago nilang album, yung Doom Switch. Yes, ang ganda yung kanta, yung Doom Switch. Blah! Tapos alam ko yung bagong addition lang yung nagki-keyboard sa kanila na girl. And sobrang based ng band na yun. Pag older naman, isa sa favorites ko ay Under Oath tuloy. Unearth, yes. The Great Dividers, one of the great metalcore songs of that generation, like early 2000s generation. It was so heavy when I fucking first heard it. Like, kasi bumili ako ng CD, yung Headbangers Ball version 2. Tas una kong narinig yung The Great Dividers. Tas fuck. Felt so, dude, ang chuggy niya eh. Yes, and I guess isa sa mga nag-influence, like hindi naman influence, hindi naman ako musician, pero isa sa mga sobrang bangers nung high school ako, dude, I would say, if you would consider them metalcore, yung Killswitch Engage, The End of Heartache, goddamn that album, pare. Fucking Rose of Sharon, The End of Heartache, yung self-titled track, Breathe Life, Darkness Falls. Oh my god, dude. No skip album, dude. Like, first time ko marinig yung ganyang ka-powerful na melodic voice. It's my chunky riffs. Yeah, dude. Yung original is Howard Jones, and I was so surprised eh. Like, again, this might be me being sheltered, pero ang weird makakita ng black singer sa isang metalcore band. Pero I digress. Yes. Usapang K-pop, sana kaya ni Alexio. Well, since wala si Red and Red hates K-pop, sasabihin ko sa inyo yung appeal, I guess, for me about K-pop. Kasi naalala ko nung I got into K-pop nung 2020. Ito yung kasagsagan ng pandemic. Tapos, syempre, again, very fortunate ako na may tirahan pa ako nun, and alam mo yan, middle class ako, so nag-binge watch lang ako ng Netflix. Tas ang mga pinapanood ko pa nun yung mga sobrang depressing, yung mga BoJack Horseman, Nurse Ratched. Tapos iniisip ko, tangina, bakit ako miserable ko? Syempre, nanonood ka ng BoJack Horseman eh. Tapos biglang, yun, may nakita akong K-pop song na nagda-trending. I think ito yung Twice's, yung Can't Stop Me. Yung Can't Stop Me, Can't Stop Me. Wow, wow. Tapos yun, sobrang colorful niya eh. Sobrang ganda niya. I think yan yung pagmamarket ng K-pop eh. They market off of your loneliness. It is. It's such, like, tila mo yung mga fans ng K-pop. I'm not saying all, yung male fans ng K-pop, it's all losers. Yeah, me included. Kasi, dude, ito isipin nyo. Lahat ng lyrics is these Korean goddesses saying they love you, pare. And sino bang hindi may entice doon? Ang weird pala, no? Pag mag-isa ka lang sa podcast, wala kang kausap. Basically, kausap mo lang yung sarili mo. Tapos ginajudge ako ng mga guys sa tech booth. Huwag niyo akong tignan! Kailangan ko gawin to! Dito, sobrang, di raw nakakatawa yung bagong branding natin. Yung first episode ko mag-isa. Tapos wala akong confidence. Break muna tayo sa answering of questions. I would like to say thank you for listening. And yan yung ginagawa ng mga radio DJs dati. Mga nag-drive dyan, mga nag-aaral for the exams, or like listening this into the background na mga malulungkot. Don't worry guys, we are with you. We are with you. And we're closer than you think. Pag pinapakinggan mo to, bago ka matulog, I'm in your dreams, your nightmares. I am the night. Ang weird gawin nito pag mag-isa mo lang. Back to the questions! Hindi ko alam kung bakit ko kailangan lagyan ng voice. Yes, ito, by Cheats Amante. Pwede ka bang mag-guest sa The Medyo Serious Show? First of all, I don't think I've ever been asked by Red. And I think it doesn't make sense to book me there kasi magiging bago matulog episode lang siya. And sobrang 1 million times more important yung mga ini-interview nila doon. Tangin ng mga politicians, economists, not politicians, political analysts. So, I don't think bagay ako doon. Tangin na, makikita mo. Which, congrats to Red, by the way. In-interview si Laila De Lima. And yes, and then biglang makikita mo yung mukha ko. Dude, sobrang base na tong studio, bruh. Wala akong alam sa economics. So, I don't think I'm gonna be guesting there anytime soon. Yes, yes. To, by Jonel De La Cruz. Who is the best anime waifu of all time? Nako. Again, kaka-anime episode lang namin. I don't know why I chose that. Pero, alam mo yun, super incel ako eh. So, I think the best anime waifu is yung female version ni Ranma. Again, for those of you who don't know, Ranma is my favorite anime of all time. I know they're better anime than Ranma, pero weirdly enough, that anime was always there nung lumalaki ako. Like when I was in like grade 4, napanood ko siya. Nung high school, napanood ko siya. And nung college, tangina pinahiram ako ng DVD na pirated yung Big Trouble in Nekohan, China. So napanood ko yung Ranma the movie. And yung second, yung follow-up niya, yung Ni Hao My Concubine. Again, weirdly enough, Ranma is the most handsome and prettiest waifu of that series. Guys, panoorin niyo yung Ranma 1/2. Sobrang ganda niya. Next question, Save Sampang. From Save Sampang, an open micer in the scene. So, palapit na ang eleksyon. Ano ang coping methods ni Red at Andren para sa paparating na toxicity? Again, wala si Red, so I can't speak for him. Baka kakain lang siya kasi he's fat. Joke lang. Please, Red, don't go there. Don't go there, Andren. Hindi ko gets yung reference din sa Cool Pals. Don't go there. You know? So, ulitin ko yung question. Sorry, guys. Sumisipa na naman yung ADHD ko. Palapit na ang eleksyon, ano yung coping methods ni Red at Andren para sa paparating na toxicity? For me, I guess, wala. I just don't read that shit. Kasi, ito hot take. Politicians don't care about any of us, guys. Kahit sino po man yan. Fucking corny. Pero ganun na talaga yung feeling ko eh. Like, sobrang, yung idolatry nga nung last election, ang weird eh. Ang weird pakinggan yung yay politicians. From both sides din to Like, fuck, dude. Again, ang corny boss, Andren, wala nga akong alam sa politics. Pero, I know about being a decent human. Not trolling people. Not fucking saying sana mamatay yung anak nila. Dahil ayaw ko sa binoto mo. Alam mo yan? So, yung toxicity na yan, man, it's just there. If you want it to be, just stay away from forums. Talk to your neighbor about it. Tangina. Doon nga naging corny yung word na diskurso last election. Pero it's true, man. Just have a conversation na hindi online. Kasi dude, online, I think Red said this, yung, sometimes some people shouldn't have freedom of speech. I know that sounds wrong, pero god damn, dude. It's just fucking monsters, pare. Alam mo yan? The humans were the true monsters all along. So, me coping, I just fucking stay away from it, dude. Like, I'll vote who I want to vote for. Pero, tangin na yung makikipag-away ka. Yan nga yung nagawa kang mabuti eh. Like, yan yung ingenious sa campaign ni BBM Sara. Si BBM at Sara Duterte. Like, wineponize nila yun eh. Yung mudslinging from the other side. Like, wineponize nila yung being opinionated into hatred eh. So, goddamn, dude. They can turn anything against you. Like, politicians are bad, but they're not stupid, pare. Dude, kung may nakadebate ako, dude, kung may nakadebate akong politician yan, dude, kakainin lang yung puwet ko ng solid. Kasi wala akong alam sa politics. I can only speak from the heart, guys. You know me. From JV De Gala, top 5 all-time pro wrestlers. Top 5. Whew, that's a rough one. Pinag-iisipan ko to eh. So number 5 for me, Undertaker. People might not like The Undertaker kasi lahat ng promos niya Ganito, alam mo, naflatan ako kanina. And yung pa ko na nasagasaan ko will rest in peace. Oh, fuck. Actually, hot take, favorite version ko ni Undertaker, yung American Badass one. Yeah, that's, dude, sobrang American in your face eh. Lumabas siya dati, hindi ko alam, nakalimutan ko lang WrestleMania, lumabas siya naka-bike, American flag, tapos tumutugtog yung Limp Bizkit, pare. Fuck yeah, dude. Number 4, Shawn Michaels. Shawn is like fucking one of the greatest wrestlers ever. Ang galing niya mag-sell. Like, ang galing niyang, I think one of the best underdog baby faces ever. And he bleeds good, buddy. Like, he looks so cool bleeding. So yes, Shawn Michaels. Number 3, I gotta give it to the Apex Predator, buddy. Randy Orton. You know what? Like 2008, 2009 wasn't a good year for WWE, but Randy Orton made that watchable, pare. Because he was such, like, dude, isipin mo, diniditi niya si Stephanie, in-RKO niya si Stephanie, tapos si Triple H habang naka-handcuff doon sa turnbuckle. Eh, syempre wala siya magawa. Hinalikan niya si Stephanie and I was like, wow. This is hardcore, pare. So, pag heel to pag heel conversation, number 1 si Randy. Pero, hindi siya heel. Like, wrestlers of all time. Number 3, Randy Orton. Dito ako mahirapan, guys. Fuck. Kasi mas gusto ko talaga si Mick Foley. Pero dude, Stone Cold, pare. Oh, yeah. Hanggang ngayon, ginagawa ko pa rin siya. At my pag 35 na ako, guys. Tapos ginagawa ko siya tuwing Noche Buena. Tapos nababad trip lang yung nanay ko. Tayo na batang incel mo pa rin? Hindi ko alam eh. Dude, like, fuck. Mick Foley or si Stone Cold. Fuck, hindi ako makadecide. 1A, 1B. Yun, 1A Stone Cold, 1B si Mick Foley. Yes. Sobrang incel. These guys, pa. These guys. That's why the Bago Matulog fan base is the best fan base in the world. I love all of you guys. Kaya people there studying, driving alone, pare. I am with you. And together, we are Bainum. Imong si Bisaya Bainum. Imong. Nakalimutan ko tuloy. Sorry, we are Bainum. Yes. Kevin Candelaria. What's your favorite Persona, Social Link, Confidant storyline and why? Almost in every iteration ng Persona games, the death Confidant hits hard in the balls, pare. Like, emotionally, sobrang solid niya parati. So, sa 3, it's an automatic Social Link kasi it's played by Death itself. The guy who's gonna bring ruin. Yeah, so it starts off as a child and then tumatanda siya and it rules kasi it deals with like the end, but they also explained the end being a new beginning. So the Death Arcana doesn't represent like death itself. It also represents rebirth. So ang ganda nga niya eh. Like yung sa Persona 4, yung Death Arcana naman dun, it's an old lady na namatayan ng asawa. And it's her grieving kasi namatay ang asawa niya. And ang masakit dun eh kasi like may pinoint out siya dun, naalala lang niya yung bad memories eh kasi you take the good ones for granted. And ooh, goddamn pare. As a fucking, like, nung 21 ako, tapos narinig ko yun, nung una ko nilaro yung Persona 4, like, ooh. Like, yung nawala na yung memories niya, and like, goddamn. Ang ganda ng Death Arcana sa Persona 4. And, sa Persona 5 then, so, may themes eh, like, I guess this is my least favorite one. Kasi it's the doctor, si Tay Takemi. Oh, hell yeah. It's a goth doctor, by the way. So, i-google yun. Best girl pala sa Persona 5. I'm so sad you can play her. I mean, that sounded creepy, pero you can't play her as a party member. So, yeah, it's dealing with malpractice and dealing with trying to save a patient from death. So, yes, sobrang solid lahat ng Death Arcana sa lahat ng Persona games. To. By Clark Jacob Garcia. What games that are you willing to erase your memories from it so you can experience it again? Ooh. God damn, this is a good one. I would say, sobrang sakto nga eh. I would say, kaka-explain ko lang kanina, I think Persona 4. I wish I could, sana makalimutan ko yung game kasi I remember the first time playing it. I was an unhappy person. Yes, I was in a course that I didn't like. I was nursing pa ako nun. And weirdly enough, this game got me through those awful times. Not, again, boohoo story, okay? Gets ko yung privilege ko, gets ko na middle class ako. Pero, I just didn't like nursing. I was forced into it. Blah, blah, blah. And this game kasi is about, ang corny, pero finding your true self. Finding what you want to do talaga in life. And this game, I will say this game started me on the path to doing comedy. Dude, ang ganda ng storya, ang ganda ng themes. Yung themes, so, explain ko lang yung game. Almost, you face yourself in that game and it's you accepting your flaws and what you're feeling, be it negative or positive. Kaya nga ang ganda eh. Each new party member faces themselves and fuck dude, it's like yung kay Kanji, which is, it's so good kasi it's, I guess, ahead of its time, I guess, kasi I don't like play that many quote unquote games na may queer representation, pero fuck, the Kanji one of him like being pressured to be a man and like not liking doing feminine things kasi he might be perceived as being gay. Ganda nun, and it's ang ganda rin ng, dude, magiging Persona 4 podcast lang to. Ang ganda rin ng dynamics nila Chie and Yukiko na yung overbearing best friend, and sa pagiging overbearing niya, parang nasa isip niya, Yukiko can't do anything without me. Wala siyang kwenta kung wala ako. And it's her accepting that she's feeling those things. Dude, Persona 4 might be, I'm so passionate, might be the greatest game ever made for me, dude. That game. Nung natapos siya, umiyak ako, guys. Umiyak ako. 2 games lang yung nagpaiyak sa akin. Actually, 3. Persona 4, Last of Us, at Buntot Pagi. Di nyo nasaan yun, no? Oh, hell yeah. Interesting questions by Lilin Mojica. Sample ng dark joke na nagawa mo na hindi talaga pwede gamitin as materials sa show. Ayaw akong magpaka-edgy dito, guys, pero I do a lot of dark jokes, pero I make sure muna the first thing na nasa isip ko when I do dark jokes, kailangan nakakatawa siya for me. And kung di man matawa yung audience at kung may ma-offend man, hindi nila kasalanan. Like people say kasi yung, ba't ka offend? Everyone has a right to be offended naman, dude. Like, if you don't like a joke, gets naman, hindi ako magpapaka, bakit di mo kaya? Hindi. There are other things more important than comedy, but comedy is important to me. At doon nagsisimula yung away. I'll tell it here. I think nasabi ko na sa show ni Victor to noon. I did the set. Tapos may lumapit na 2 lesbians after my set. Tas sinabi nila na offend sila sa joke na sinabi ko. And nag-sorry ako. Kasi it's, first of all, good on them kasi they expressed their opinion. Tas like hindi nila in-interrupt yung show. Kinausap na lang ako afterwards. So, yeah. And gusto ko sanang sabihin, dude, joke lang yan, man. Bakit kayo ganyan? Mag-69 na lang kayo mamaya. Hindi, hindi. Hindi, hindi ko sinabi yun. Pero, pero it dawned on me na, oh, they were hurt. I'm not gonna say the joke kasi it's a bad joke. Again, to your question, Moika, that's so good na I'm not defending bad comedy, but you have to try. And at that night, nagkamali ako. I said something offensive. Nagsorry sila. Nagsorry ako. And it's okay, man. Oh, nag-sell out ka ba? Hindi. Kasi if you're genuinely hurt from a joke, and I felt that they were giving off hurt lesbian vibes. You know. Pero here, again, I'm sorry if ever may ma-offend. Pero that's not my intent. Yes. Next question. Paano ka nagsusulat ng jokes? Saan ka humuhugot ng inspo for your jokes? Usually online. Like how people behave online. And I have big chunks about like people losing their shit online. People say nga na, Andren, my friends say, tas sure tayo na hindi sa red yun kasi he's not my friend. And oh, dude, Red's just taking power shots today, pare. Wala siya eh. I could say anything I want. Nom 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 nom. Shit, saan na ba ako? Sorry. Paano ako nagsusulat ng jokes? Usually online lang. Kung nakikita ko, kung ano yung pakikitungo ng mga ibang tao online. Kasi ang weird eh, if you're online, you're at your most honest and dishonest at the same time eh. Kung online ka pare, you are the best version of yourself and the worst. So yeah, I like that kind of comedy, yung gut punch na hindi ko ma-explain. Gusto ko yung comedy na it's real and brutal. Yan. Thank you. And last one, ganda ng mga questions mo, Lelin. Mohika. Diabetes struggles and how are you coping? Oh my God, dude. I wouldn't wish this diabetes to anyone, pare. It's so hard. Kasi everything has fucking sugar in it, pare. Sugar is a drug, pare, by the way. Hindi ito woke shit, ha. Like, sugar is a drug, pare. Alam mo bakit? Naalala ko nung nagka-COVID ako 2020. Eh, syempre wala akong malasahan. Tapos kumuha ako ng Oreo, kumain ako. Hindi ko siya malasahan, pero parang gusto ko pang kumain ng Oreo. And I was like, fuck, drugs nga ito eh. Kasi tangina, wala naman ako nalalasahan. But gusto ko pa rin ilagay sa katawan ko. Diba? Parang heroin o titi sa puwet. Diba? Oh, please, wag niyo palitan yung channel, guys. Wag niyo palitan yung channel. Yeah. More questions. Best Pizza by Emil Nor. Hindi mo inayos eh. Is it a brand? A kind of pizza? Sige, pag brand, I will say I love Pizza Hut. Number 1 ko yung Pizza Hut kasi ang daming karne ng pizza nila. Like yung overload ng Pizza Hut. Mamma mia, pare. Tapos sobrang greasy niya at oily. Yan yung gusto ko. It's garbage pizza pero it's the best. Yung style ng pizza, I think a nice overload is a good one. Minsan nga gusto ko nga yung pineapple sa pizza eh. Hindi ko gets yung mga may ayaw ng pineapple sa pizza. Feeling ko yan yung mga taong ayaw sa progress. Oh, feeling ko sila yung mga taong racist. Ayaw nilang maghalo-halo. Alam mo yan, dapat all pepperoni lang. Walang pineapple. Paano mag-focus? Shotgun sa bibig. Joke lang. By Jason, top 5 Western cartoons. Ooh. Oh, fuck. 30 minutes na ako dito. Talking to myself like a crazy person, pero I made it work. Thank you guys if you're still watching. Thank you for the very first episode of Bago Matulog with Andren Bernardo. Let's keep answering some questions. Okay. Michael Gonzalez, dream guest niyo sa Bago Matulog and why? Tas may kasunod pa siya facts kahit mga dalawa o tatlo about sa inyo ni Red na hindi pa alam ng listeners. Sige, I'll answer the first question. Ang dream guest ko talaga, guys, ever, ay pumunta dito. Ang Duchess of Dudleyville, pare. Stacey Keebs, pare. She's got legs! No. Ay, no. Dream guest, inisip ko. Kasi puro idol. I think lahat na ng mga idol ko nag-guest dito eh. So wala akong pakialam sa celebrities. Man. Again, baka nagmumukhang pakula ako dito pero nag-guest na si GB, si Victor. And guys, I get to do this show with Red. Guys, alam niyo ba na fun fact? Isa sa mga pinaka-paborito kong komedyante dati si Red Oliero. Tapos nung nakilala ko ugali niya, naging pampito na lang siya. Yes. Facts sa mga dalawa o tatlo sa inyo ni Red. Wala si Red so I can just speak for myself. I know how to play the drums. Pero tugish-takish lang. And ano pa ba? Nursing graduate, alam niyo yan. I'm half Caviteño. Yun lang. Sorry, medyo boring.
What's up, Kingdom fam? Yuki and Ingrid here from the Kingdom Podcast. Are you someone who has fully integrated K-pop into your life? Or keep up with the latest K-pop comebacks, news, and scandals?
Do you also dream about getting married to your bias and having their babies in the future? Well, you're in the right... What? I'm just being honest.
Look, you know what? Let's just get back to it. At the Kingdom Podcast, we dive into the latest comebacks, dissect the music videos, and do deep dives on controversies.
Not only do we make things informative, but we also keep it fun. It'll be just like listening to a group of friends who love K-pop as much as you.
You won't find another podcast that's as fun and unfiltered as ours.
So, if you're ready for some K-pop chaos, grab your nightsticks and tune in.
Check out the Kingdom Podcast.
Stream it on all your favorite podcast platforms. Stay awesome, Kingdom fam! I thought that was pretty good. What do you think?
Marrying your bias and having their babies? Really?
Yep.
Okay.
Guys, on to the Instagram part of the questions. Sana naman mas maganda kaysa sa mga losers dyan sa Facebook. Meron talaga akong ADHD, guys, by the way. It's not a bit. It's real. And nasisira na yung family ko because of it. So, by MNLD, in a fist fight between you and Red, sino sa tingin nyo ang mananalo sa inyong dalawa? I think ang mananalo yung fans kasi mawu-witness nila ang sapakan na 2 minutes lang. Gago. I think ako. Baka mas malakas si Red sa akin kasi nagre-wrestling pero I think I'm faster than Red. Kasi si Red medyo mas may reach ako. So ang gagawin ko, i-jab-jab ko na lang siya into submission. Yes, para we have room for tryouts para sa bago matulog. Yes. By Argil Wav. Ang bulag baka kung nakipag-sex kailangan ng spotter. Ay, no. Sarap na kawin to. Pero I can't. By Kenna Zaraga. Nako pare, ito na. Ito na yung magka-cancel sa akin. What is one opinion that would get you canceled? Ay, nako. Ito. Ang opinion ko dapat, lahat ng mga taga-probinsya ilagay sa basuran. Yon yung controversial opinion. Ang hirap kung wala si Red. Walang nagko-call out sa akin. I am left to my own devices, guys. Di nga ako nag-exercise ng self-control. Ito pa kaya, pare. One opinion that would get me canceled that I really believe in, I think they shouldn't teach religion sa schools. Hot take ba yun? Kasi very formative years mo yun and parang teaching something that says you're bad, na you're worthless if you're not following this deity. It's kind of weird for that, diba? For me, my opinion, I don't know shit. Please call me out sa social media if you think that's wrong. But I don't think religion should be taught in schools at all, pare. Kasi it's, again, cliche sabihin, pero it divides eh. It divides more than it unites us. Yan lang yung hot take ko. Ito. Rainier Ramiro, kainin si Red or kainin si Alexio? Gusto ko bang mamatay sa high blood or sa stroke? Feeling ko si Alexio yung taba niya puro eh. Parang yung taba niya parang sa baka. Alam mo yan, yung puro, pagkakain mo parang masebo ka agad. Yung sisebo ka agad sa bibig mo, yung nom 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 nom. Si Red, more marble meat siya eh. Like parang more breasty part si Red. I think dahil mas gusto ko yan yung fat na pangbulalo, I guess ang kakainin ko si Alexio. Ito, by Bren's DJ. Your name stinks, by the way, dude. Apart from not attending prom, what's your biggest regret? Biggest regret. I wish I learned to control my emotions more. Yun eh. Like, I know people listening here, your emotions are valid, but you should learn to control them eh. Diba? It's, be it confessing to someone or anger. I wish I could control that better. Like, kasi, again parang peeling back the curtain dito sa podcast, nakikita nyo kami nagtatawanan. Pero sa personal life ko, I'm a very emotional guy. Like, hindi emotional sa jokes Very emotional ako sa real confrontations. Kung may seryosong galit sa akin, my emotions just, I pour out, dude. Again, it's what makes us human, pero I wish I had that switch that Red has. Red is very good at controlling his emotions. I'm not. Kasi I'm an emotional guy. So yes, that's my biggest regret. Like, being emotionally retarded. Biggest regret ko. Yes. Carl Angelo, sabi niya, Andren Pamura using the Charles Barkley voice. Sige, magta-tap dance ako para sa'yo. Oh, hey Carl Angelo. Oh, you're a motherfucking bitch-ass pussy. Carl Angelo, putang ina mo. At mamatay na sana magulang mo. Kenny. Yon, masaya ka na. Masaya ka na. Pepem-pem. Tumatawa lang ako mag-isa dito sa studio and it's getting sad, by the way. What is a topic you would want to be an episode that Red doesn't like or is against? I think sinabi ko na kanina, it's K-pop. I'm a huge, not K-pop fan. Kasi ang talagang sinusundan ko lang ay Twice. Bias ko bala si Jonghyun. Bias wrecker ko si Chaeyoung. Ang weird kasi, man, like, medyo kaedad ko pa yung Twice. Kasi some of these, like, kumari, New Jeans. Dude, they're like fucking 18 and medyo creepy na yon as a 30-plus-year-old guy. Nasundan, okay lang pakinggan. Pero like following, like may posters ako ng Twice eh. Kasi at least 30 na yung iba sa kanila. And it's not that creepy kasi magka-age lang kami. Or Blackpink or Red Velvet. I think the newer generation is kind of weird. Like, mga Kiss of Life, Needs You. I like the what also interests me sa K-pop is the machinery of it. Again, it placates on your loneliness eh. In K-pop kasi there are a lot of losers, very few winners. And na target, kailangan ganda ng bago matulog, guys. Ang daming mga winner. Pero tina-target namin kayo, mga loser, pare. At kami ni Red ang magiging king and queen of the losers, pare. Kasi we love all of you guys. No joke. May isang guy nag-message sa akin how much the podcast means to him. And dude, nakaka-touch. Kahit sobrang konti lang kayo, tapos di nyo sinashare yung episodes. Tapos parating yung sinasabi mo, baho ako at tangina alcoholic ako. Mamatay na sana kayo, putangin na nyo! Pero hindi. Mahal ko kayo. Tough love. Biruan lang tayo, guys. Pero no joke. If may nag-message sa akin na it helps him get by sa work, kung miserable siya. And I feel that, pare, there's nothing like playing a good podcast, pare, when you're down. Kasi it's an illusion nga na you're part. It's not an illusion. You guys are part ng usapan. And thank you so much, guys. It really means a lot. Yun lang. Not to be cheesy. Sige, other questions. Any plans for live recording with an audience? Yes, pero sa next year pa. And si Red yung magpaplano lahat yon kasi wala akong kwenta. Yeah, hopefully in the future, sana naman may pumunta. Kasi tangina sobrang lungkot. Kunwari nirent namin yung brick wall or mouse, tas 5 lang yung pumunta. Tangina naman yan. May question dito si Red Oliero. Oh my God. Sabi niya, Andren, kailan yung next show mo? Salamat, mwa chup chup, I love you. You're the best comedian ever. Laki ng burat mo at meron kang cocaine biceps. Well, thank you so much, Red. Ito. Si Savi Panilo. What was the deciding factor in making you the co-host for Bago Matulog? Alam mo, ayaw sabihin ni Red to, pero sabi niya, Andren, alam mo dude, ikaw yung greatest comedian ever. You're so funny. And kung wala ka sa show na to, hindi ito magsasucceed kasi you give great jokes. You're a punching bag. Pero you can also give it and take it. That's why. In the future, ang name na ng show ay Bagong Matulog with Andren and Red. Yes! 3 points tayo dyan. Agree yung isang guy sa booth. Yes. Very in all seriousness. Ang nag-decide, I was always there. Like, marami akong time. I just quit work. And, sa pandemic kasi to walang work. I was always there. And, nagsasabi ang ganda ng chemistry namin ni Red in a way na kami lang daw yung ata yung podcast yung nag-aaway ng solid and hindi nagkakapikunan. Which I take pride on. I take pride on like, we have something unique. We make fun of each other without getting hurt. Sana nagjo-joke lang si Red kung sinasabi niyang. So yeah, I hope you guys still enjoy kasi I enjoy doing this show so much. And thank you so much. May nagsabi lang na drugs. Ito. Saang aspect ng buhay lamang si Andren kay Red? I think in all aspects, hindi ako lamang kay Red. Sa comedy, sa life, sa laki ng tite. Dude, dire-diretsong dick references lang ako. Obsessed ata ako sa tite. Pero hindi like lahat in every facet, mas maganda yung buhay ni Red Tuwing tumatambay ako sa apartment niya, ayoko nang bumalik sa apartment ko. Ayoko na, Red. Pwede na lang ako maging aso mo. Sana ako na lang si Harper. Pumunta ako doon, tas may balat ako ng aso na lagay sa mukha ko. Ruff, Red, kunin mo ako. Red. Ay, nako. May nagsabi, gago ba ako? Tangina, gago ka. Gago din ako. Question, Andren, how young are you willing to go when you're dating? So, I'm 35 now. I think, hindi pa creepy 28? 29? Yeah, I think that's still a good range. Yeah. I don't judge people dating young, by the way, pero at hindi ko sinasabing emotionally like smart ako or anything, pero I don't know, like it feels weird going lower. Yeah, that's just me. To. Sorry. Ang liit ng text. Sorry. Favorite comfort meal pag malungkot? Tangina, baboy yan no? Kung heartbroken ka or like ayaw mo na mabuhay. Comfort food. Bala. Joke lang. Pang 5 suicide joke na to. sa podcast na to, guys. Easy lang, Andren. Comfort food. Dude, nothing like a good ice cream, pare. Kung malungkot ako, kuha lang ako ng Ben and Jerry's, pare. O kaya kahit na anong Magnolia mango ice cream. Tapos marood lang ako ng wrestling. Tapos habang kumakain, taba mo, baboy. Kung kaya ayaw ko, ito na naman yung ice cream. Ay, yes. Favorite anime movie? I think, kaka-anime episode, I think one of the greatest movies that tackles depression realistically and bullying is A Silent Voice. I fucking love that movie. Pati yung manga niya, ang ganda. It's like yung representation nga ng being isolated kasi lahat ng mga nasa tabi niya may X sa mukha. Like, it does feel like that sometimes. Lalo na nung high school ako or college. Again, baka sabihin yung main character syndrome. Hindi. It's just you feeling isolated nga eh. At ang maganda rin sa A Silent Voice, it's how bullying is handled and how it affects other people and how redemption from bullying. Kasi this guy bullied this deaf girl and then after bullying her, siya naman yung nabully kasi people saw him as an asshole for bullying the girl. And then the roles have reversed. Tas siya na yung binubully. And ang ganda it deals with him feeling what that deaf girl felt. And it also touches on suicide and it's so good. It's so good. A Silent Voice, guys. Watch. See, Bebe Bops. Bebe Bops. Your name sucks, dude. Joke lang. Dear Andren, do you think ADHD gives you superpowers for roasting people? ADHD. Yeah. Kasi sometimes, kung nag-uusap kami ni Red, tas nakikinig ako, guys, sa conversation. Pero kung may nasabi siya, anything na may number, anything na may animals, anything na may food, yun, direkta fat joke na kaagad. May nagsabi isang friend ko hindi si Red again kasi hindi naman kami friends. Like every time, parang nafe-feel na niya ako. Kung nag-uusap kami ni Red about something, nafe-feel niya ako na parang, okay, the fat joke is coming na kasi si Andren medyo ngumingiti na siya at certain parts. Like guys, kung nakikita niyo na akong ngumingiti, a fat joke is coming aimed at Red. Ito, kay Rowie Boy. Star Wars being handled well by Disney? No. I think it's diminished. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. So, ang pinakauna ko nga yung episode 4, 5, 6, tas 1, 2, 3. And then, tas yung 8. Tas di ko na pinanood yung dalawa kasi, ewan ko, ang pangit niya. Like, I forgot that last Star Wars one, yung sobrang na-bad trip ako dun si Luke Skywalker. Ang angas sana yung pinapatay na niya yung mga robots, yung mga stormtroopers. Tapos biglang illusion lang pala siya. Tapos dude, pawis na pawis. Tapos nag-cut to him pawis na pawis sa isang mountain. Tapos nawala lang siya. Dude, sobrang corny. Yan yung gagawin mo para kay Luke. Wala man lang one last badass lightsaber fight with Kylo Ren. Kahit matalo siya, I don't care. Anything other than that, illusion lang pala. Kaya hindi ako tinabla ng bala. Fuck, dude, I hated it so much. I hated episode 9. Sorry. I hated episode 8 so much, dude. Na hindi ko na pinanood yung 9. And I'm not alone in this. Putang ina. Hirap si Kylo Ren sa Red Guard. Come on, dude. Fuck! That's what you do kay Luke. I know it's passing the torch to the new generation. Pero give him like a maangas send-off. Hindi lang, illusion lang pala ako kaya tumatagos yung mga laser sa akin. Tapos nandito ako pinapawisan hanggang sa kilig, hanggang sa singit ko. Dito sa fucking final thing, gago, sobrang bad trip. And then yung others, yung Solo, boring ang puta. There was a lot not happening in that movie, yung Solo. Tapos yung reveal na kausap niya si Darth Maul, which is the worst villain, by the way, kasi mukha siyang kontrabida sobra. Parang walang subtlety. Si Mean Man, Scary Face. Nandiyan na si Mean Man, Scary Face. I hate what they have done. Tapos yung fucking Mandalorian, ang boring niya. The Book of Boba Fett. Dude, stop giving all of these evil characters tragic background stories. Kaya bad trip ako eh. They're evil for a reason. Si Vader nga, sinabi niya kay Boba Fett, sobrang, parang, ang intense nito, parang, relax lang. Tapos mabait pala siya nung umalis siya doon sa Sarlacc pit. Tangina, corny. Parang sobrang diminishing returns na dude. Make Star Wars great again pa. Yes. Pero, I still have good memories naman. Ian Tawana. I'm just gonna go for this last question na to and we'll wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching the very first episode of Bago Matulog with Andre and Bernardo. Bakit ang laki ng galit ni Red sa'yo? Dahil ba magkahawig kayo ng konti? Dahil ba bakit galit si Red sa'yo parati? Yun na lang basically. I don't think naman galit si Red sa akin parati. I think yan lang yung dynamics ng podcast. It's what makes us unique. Yung the longest time I've known Red, di kami nag-away na kami. Pero hindi yung grabing away na yung nagsusunog na lang tulay. Yeah. Hindi siya galit. Nagpapaliwanag lang. Well, guys, that wraps it up, guys, for the very first episode of Bago Matulog with Andre and Bernardo. Are we good in time? Nakaisang oras ba tayo? 51? Okay. And guys, pwede na tayong matulog.
Uy, wow! Natapos niya yung podcast episode.
Blabidi-di, pare.
Isa ka sa mga taong nagtatapos ng episode. Tapos, gusto ko lang sabihin, hindi naman sa nagagalit kami. Naparoon nyo ito ng libre.
Yes.
Tama ba?
At hindi tayo kumikita sa podcast, di ba, Red?
Tama, hindi kami kumikita sa podcast. Pero kung gusto nyo kaming kumita at bumalik at we keep doing these free episodes, sana manood kayo ng stand-up comedy shows namin. Pumunta kayo sa comedymanila.ph para makita ang schedule ng shows ng Comedy Manila across the Philippines.
Guys, at hindi ko kayo satisfied sa show, ibabalik ni Red yung pera nyo. 100% money back guarantee.
Hindi yun totoo.
Yes.
Thank you. comedymanila.ph.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.